everyone. So it is February and I have a new background to celebrate. Should I spin in a circle?
I don't know what this is. You can't spin in a circle with me. I just can't appear to spin chair.
But yay! I thought it would be really cute since it is a new month and a new theme to change out the background. I feel like I spend a lot of time sitting here and talking to you guys and blabbering, so I thought it would be cute for you to watch me blabber with a new background. Oh yeah. So today is the very first episode of Follow Your Dreams February, and I thought it would be cool to start with this topic because if you are bored, then you should take full advantage of that time to ignite your passions, grow intellectually, and just stimulate your brain. Now, I'm gonna jump into the video, but just FYI, I am going to be doing a lot of blabbering at the end of the video as usual. I have some stuff that I need to tell you guys, that I need to be honest with you guys about. And I also have some really exciting news that I've been waiting to share with you guys. So if you want to hear me talk about all of that, stay tuned to the end, and yeah, let's hop right in. Alright, so for boredom tip number 1, we're going to start off with me cutting some berries because it's very appropriate for this tip, and that is to do some research on health and your body. Side note, I really love this kombucha by Synergy. I've been drinking it lately, but if you don't know where to begin, I recommend a couple of people. First one is Fully Raw Christina. She is a friend of mine. I love you, Christina. And while I am not a raw foodist, I think she has really great tips and is very knowledgeable about health in general. So kissing the puppies, watching Christina, and being such an attentive student, eating my berries, and you should definitely check her out. Another person I really love is Alicia Silverstone. You may only know her from Clueless, but she is also a published author, and she wrote the book called The Kind Life. When I was vegan for a while, I was obsessed with her cookbook, and I still really love her recipes, and I highly recommend you check her out and just learn more about your body in general. Oh yeah. Alright, so boredom tip number 2 is try a new recipe. Not only get your brain moving, but you also end up with something super yummy. So I'm going to show you how to make one of my favorite foods right now, and that is a salmon salad. So yes, that is Dan grilling up my fish for me because I don't know how to make fish very well. So now I'm cutting up some romaine lettuce leaves, putting those in a big salad bowl, and then I'm pouring some of these organic spring greens in there as well. I like doing lots of mixed greens. Now I'm going to take some pomegranate seeds, sprinkle those in there, and then I'm going to dice up or chop up, whatever the fancy name is, some spring onions, throw those in there as well, some raw walnut pieces, and then I'm going to chop up a bunch of cherry tomatoes. I love cherry tomatoes, which is another thing me and Fully Raw Christina have in common, or something. Then I'm going to take some cilantro, chop that up, put that in there as well. I know I use a really weird knife for everything. And then I like to add jalapeno to my salads, which is kind of weird, but I like spicy things, so I chop that up, throw that in there, some feta cheese on top, and then I'm making some more of my dressing, which is just olive oil, apple cider vinegar, all of it, honey, Dijon mustard, some pepper, I really need to get just regular pepper, some lemon, some crushed red pepper, to give a little bit of spice, a little kick, and some garlic. And then last but not least, some salt to bring it all together. And then I don't have a lid to this, and I have been too lazy to buy a new one, so I just put saran wrap over it and I shake it up like a gangsta. Then I'm cutting up my salmon, and then I realized like halfway through I could just kind of pull it apart, throw it on the salad, add the dressing. I actually added way more than what I showed you guys. I just cut away so I wouldn't be embarrassed. And then I tossed the salad together. And then we enjoyed it on the couch. It's really yummy. It's really healthy for you. Zoe, that was her slow-mo jumping, and then they jealously watched us eat our salad. And that's the perfect bite. So you should try the recipe out. It is amazing. All right, so another boredom tip is go on a walk. That may sound lame. I love taking walks. Getting outside and getting away from your computer is so good for you, especially if you're feeling that feeling of boredom. You can think, listen to podcasts, listen to music, and it's just awesome. All right, so next boredom tip, watching some Netflix with your puppy, of course, and your kombucha, if you're into that. Guys, look at how cute she is. I know.
I know. Now, I'm a big fan of, like, I know, consuming content, and so I wanted to tell you some of my favorite things on Netflix. The first one is a series from AMC called Hell on Wheels. It's a really well done Western drama. Another AMC show, I really like AMC shows, is Breaking Bad. You've probably seen it, but if you haven't, I highly recommend you watch it. It's an incredible show. It's so well done. And then Sherlock from the BBC is a really incredible show as well. That actor, I can't remember his name. He's amazing. And if you want to research more health and food related things, Food Matters is amazing, and When We Left Earth, the NASA missions from Discovery is an incredible space science documentary, and you should check it out. That's the end of my boredom tips.
Alright, so I feel like I need to be honest with you guys. I feel like in order for this relationship and conversation to work, I need to be honest and open and genuine. Today's video and the whole month is about motivation / following your dreams / me following my dreams, because just like How to Be Happy January, I don't want to just be like teaching you guys. I want to be taking the journey with you. I want to be walking the talk that I'm talking. But here's the thing, not only am I not in a motivated mood today, I actually woke up feeling like poop today, and I actually didn't want to get out of my bed today. But also guys, I'm kind of scared for this whole month. I started thinking about why I am scared and just really like pondering on that, and this is the conclusion that I came to. I am scared because it's going to be a whole new kind of vulnerability. I am going to be taking this journey with you guys, which means I'm going to be sharing my dreams with you, and I'm going to be pursuing them. And that scares me. And it scares me because I may try and I may fail. I may try and I may suck. I'm going to be going out on a limb and trying something that I've never tried before, and that scares me. I mean, heck, you guys are looking at a girl who took 6 months of uploading and deleting videos on her YouTube channel till she finally had the chutzpah to keep the video up. Just because I was so scared of failing and being embarrassed, and I didn't want anybody to know. Also, I am scared because what if I change my mind? What if I go down this path of following my dreams and I decide that it isn't my dream? I just don't like it. It isn't what I thought, etc. How can you tell when you're supposed to just keep climbing because you're climbing to the top of a mountain and following your dreams is sometimes hard versus no, this just isn't for you. You should just follow your heart and move on to something else and find what you're suited for. I do not know, and that's the problem. And I think not knowing is what made me feel scared and made me feel like poop today. Because I'm scared to lead a conversation around a topic that terrifies me so much. Being potentially seen as some kind of expert when I feel like a fraud. The fear is real, guys. But I did learn something recently, and I learned it in a very real way. Fear cannot always be trusted. Your fear can be severely misleading. I had something go down recently where I had to do something. I was asked to do something, and I was literally convinced that I couldn't do it. Not like,
oh, I'm scared, I don't know if I can do this, or like, this is just gonna be hard.
Like I literally thought, oh my gosh, I've just taken something on and I cannot deliver. And it's funny because you get to a certain point in your life where you think, you know, you kind of know yourself, you kind of know your skill set, you know what you can do and you can't do. And the crazy thing is, I did it. And it was crazy being so wrong, because being so wrong really opened up my eyes as to how misleading fear can be. It made me realize that just because I think I can't do something doesn't mean that it's true. And I guess that acronym for fear, false evidence appearing real, is really, really true, because fear can be so misleading. It can't always be trusted, and it often is false. Which kind of brings me back to that first point I was saying, that fear of not knowing like when to quit and when to persist. And living that out in front of people, even though I love you guys, living it out in front of people is scary. Even if you're not on YouTube, it doesn't matter what you're doing, it's scary. The thing is, I've realized that it's okay. If I change my mind, or I fail, or I suck, it's gonna be okay, because no matter how this all goes down, I am going to learn a lot. I'm gonna learn a new set of skills that's either going to be applied to the path that I'm currently on, or that I can take with me to whatever path I'm on in the future. Learning and growing is always a good thing, and changing your mind or failing is okay too, because it's not really failing, it's learning. And I think it's important to know that we call it failing, but it's actually learning. It's becoming more knowledgeable and resourceful and gutsy, and all of those side effects that come from chasing your dreams will benefit you no matter what you do and where you end up in life. Also, side note, Dan made a really great point today. He said, it's okay to be unmotivated sometimes. That just happens to people. Be okay with it and don't freak out. It's funny because I always feared that a feeling is going to be forever. That however I feel will be forever. But it never is. It's seasonal. So yeah, so now you're probably wondering, but Nikki, what dream are you chasing? What is it that you're going to be doing? I don't know why I always talk like that when I'm talking about what I think you guys might be wondering. Okay guys, so here it is. I am going to be writing, directing, producing, and starring or being in a movie. I am currently writing the project and my goal is to release it on YouTube in December of this year. Basically, I have decided to do this because of a series of events that have slowly unfolded over the course of my life. If you've watched my channel for a while, you know that I have grown up singing and dancing and acting basically my whole life, and if you want to hear that whole history, I've done a Draw My Life video and I will link that down below. But since I have been on YouTube, while it has been so fun and so fulfilling connecting with people as myself, I've also missed the storytelling production aspect of being in a show and playing other characters. I have been asked by so many people if I want to act again, and my response has always been the same. It's always been,
sure, I would love to act again, but only if I'm really passionate about the script and the story that we're telling, and I really love the director, and we share the same vision, and we're telling the same story.
And that's kind of what I've always said, that that's the only way I want to act again. Well, as you may or may not know, in January I started writing out all of my videos. It's something that for some reason, like out of nowhere, I felt like I needed to do that, really just because I felt like I had so much I wanted to say that I couldn't say when I was just rambling. This was a new venture for me, and I can't even explain. When I started, it felt impossible. I never write, like ever. Like I don't even read. Now, to my defense, I do consume content like a maniac. Like I listen to like books on tape, like Audible. I consume a lot of like podcasts, and I'm really into all of that, but I like never read and I never write, so it felt impossible. Anyways, after the first week of How to Be Happy January, I felt invigorated. I couldn't believe that I had written out my thoughts and they came to life in my videos. Sounds like a duh, but yeah. And I was taking a shower one day and I just had this thought. I was like, wait, why am I waiting for a script to come along that I just happen to love, and they just happen to cast me, and I happen to be just perfect for this part, and I happen to love the director and the vision that he has for the story? That's leaving so much to chance. Not to say it couldn't happen, but I just realized that and I just thought, why? And I basically just decided that I want to take it into my own hands, and I want to learn, and I want to write a story, and I want to make a film, and I want to share the journey with you guys. I literally can't believe I'm doing this. Like, I feel very thrilled. I mentioned that in my last video that like my therapist used the word thrilled, but that's because I actually brought this up to her and I was like, I'm so scared, but I'm so excited. And she was like, there's a word for that. That's called thrilled. So I feel very thrilled. I am scared and I have no idea what I'm doing, but the way that I see it is I need to put this out there and I need to learn and I need to make it happen. It's kind of like I'm going to film school this year. So yeah, so guys, basically if my movie sucks, you need to lie to me and you need to tell me that it's amazing, and that's just what you need to say, okay guys? So yeah. All right, so wow. So that is surprise number 1. So are you guys ready for surprise number 2? I know that was a lot to digest. Actually, maybe it wasn't. I feel like I always make a big deal out of this, and maybe on the other side of the computer screen, you're like, all right, already. Feels like a big deal to me though, guys, okay? I feel like I just dropped a bomb on you. So, surprise number 2. So, some of you guys may not know this, but I've actually been part of a collab channel for the last 7 months called Just Like That. And on the channel with me is Monica Church, Shelby Church, the twins, Meg DeAngelis, and Megan Hughes. And it's been a lot of fun. And yesterday, we actually made an announcement that we are recasting the channel with 4 other YouTubers that we already know. And we are also holding an open casting call for 1 other slot. Yes, you heard me right, an open casting call.
Have you ever thought to yourself, I really wish I could be on Just Like That because now's your chance?
Yes. Oh my god,
I thought that.
I'm thinking about that.
Don't be mad 'cause I'm doing me better than you doing you. Don't be mad 'cause I'm doing
to link that video down below with all of the information. It doesn't matter how big of a channel you have, how small of a channel you have, we're simply gonna recast with someone that we think would be a great fit in the mix. Also, we're not gonna be leaving the channel. We are still going to be involved in projects and videos on the channel. We're just taking a step back from weekly uploads because A, everyone has just gotten super busy. B, we wanna give other people a chance to showcase their work and grow their channel. And C, we just think it's a really cool format. Like the concept of cyclically changing out the cast, kind of like Saturday Night Live. Did I sound weird when I said that? Saturday Night Live, SNL. So yeah, we are really excited about that. So like I said, I will link that video down below. So wow, that was so much said in this last little bit. So bringing it back to my initial rant on fear and the project that I'm working on, I just want to say thank you. Because yes, I am scared. Like I said, scared to fail in front of all of you. Scared that it won't end up being what I see in my head and just kind of scared in general. But I want to say thanks because you guys watching me has given me the opportunity to be scared. Because I am gonna have an audience to show my work to, and that's really cool. So thank you all for being so eternally supportive of me. I really, really appreciate it. So I want to know now, it's your turn. What do you want to do this year? What dream do you have in your heart that you could chase that scares you, that thrills you? Something that has been brewing in your mind but feels out of reach. If you don't want to share in the comments, that's okay, but if you're open to sharing, I think that it would be really cool to, yeah, like I said, open up like that and share. And remember guys, anything that feels out of reach isn't. Guys, I don't have a budget for my movie yet. I don't have a cast. I don't have much of anything figured out, but I want to make it happen, so I'm just gonna take it one step at a time, just like you will. Even if you don't have an answer today, I want you to spend some time thinking about your passions and your dreams, and nail something down this week. Because next week, I'm gonna talk to you practically about what you can do to follow your dreams. Because I feel like that can feel so vague and confusing, like how does one follow their dreams when they're dreaming and it's very big? Like what the heck do you do? So that is what I'm gonna be talking about next week. So, well, I don't know if it's next week, later in the week, you get the point. So that is it. I love you all so much, and I will see you all in the comments section. And I will be back here on your screen later in the week with a new video. By the way, follow me on Twitter if you want to for updates on like when I'm gonna be posting my videos, because I told you it's not gonna be like a set schedule this month. It's a little bit all over the map. So if you want to follow me on Twitter, I'm just at NikkiPhillippi, and also use the hashtags or the hashtag FYD February to contribute to the motivating conversation. If you have quotes that are really inspiring and motivating, pictures that are inspiring and motivating, if you want to share your goal like in the FYD February community, I guess you could say, go ahead and share your goal. Yeah, just feel free to use that hashtag. I'm kind of mid-burping whilst talking. That is it. I will see you all soon. I love you all so much. I said so much in this video, and yeah, I'm gonna shut up now. Bye guys. Bye my little honeys. This is great.